nothing. And I, for
people
one,
don't understand that. People don't understand that.
And they need to really think about it. I mean, we aren't here simply to exist. We are here to ensure the right things happen within our lifetimes, and the right things happen within our children's lifetimes, and even if other people's children, that the right things happen, that the good things happen for all of us. And this gives everybody an opportunity to stand up and say, we recognize that there is corruption and that there is wrongdoing going on in the people that are supposed to represent us, and it starts right at the top, and it works its way down into our government. I mean, is almost irrevocably corrupt, and if we do not stand up now and end it, peacefully, and I stress peacefully, we are in no way saying that there should be anything violent done, to do this. And, we've had that question before. But the fact is all 50 states, I mean, right now we've got every state right now that's working with overpasses. Every state we've got, we've set up, and that's all 50 states are mobilizing people right now to be able to go speak out. And, if you've got 30 minutes, if that's all you have is 30 minutes, well, that's all you need. All you have to do is check us out on Facebook, and, you can't miss it because we're all over the place. And we will have something going somewhere close to you. We've already had, good grief, I'm trying to think, it's nearly a dozen protests already, and we just started our protest roll. Right now I'm actually, after I get off the phone with you, that's exactly where I'm going, is to do a protest here in Oklahoma City. And, anybody can do it. Right now, we've got people with wheelchairs and the disabled. Everybody that's seen that we have to act, regardless of age or ability and whatnot. And it boils down to what you call personal networking. People Do you know somebody that realizes that something is going very wrong in this country? Well, if you do nothing more than get one person and one other person to come along to join the cause to save our country and indeed save the world in the process. If you only know one other person, well, it doubles the number of people that was there before you showed up. And so all you have to do is just get a hold of people you know. And you can't expect everybody to show up right away, but you might get one guy. There might be one guy that completely sees the bigger picture and is completely fired up and can bring in who knows how many more. We've all heard of motivational speakers, and look how many people they get energized. That one person that you reach out to could be that person that could do so much more than just you. And and that's the key to this entire thing, is we have got to reach out to everybody. It's regardless of political party or belief. The fact of the matter is this boils down to freedom. It boils down to freedom and standing up for that freedom. Because if America falls under tyranny, the beacon of light and hope to the rest of the world will die. And we have been there now for over 200 years. We're rolling up here, on our 250th birthday as a nation. But, everybody just recently celebrated, Independence Day. Well, what if next year there wasn't an Independence Day?
It really wasn't one this year.
Well, not with, good grief, even the military. You can take $100 million vacation, but instead of taking a vacation and leaving the money where it was, even our armed forces couldn't have their Independence Day celebration because he felt it necessary for whatever was going on in his mind to spend the money selfishly on himself to go to Africa and cross the savannah. Well, that's all fine and all if you have your money to do that with, But the fact of the matter is,
he did it with the taxpayers' money. Yeah, that was a problem, and we were under siege, and we couldn't go anywhere. We had hundreds of thousands of checkpoints all across the country, and we were being harassed. I've seen some YouTube videos. Oh my goodness, how they did people over the holiday weekend. It was astounding. And believe me, we really didn't have an Independence Day, and this was exactly the plan of those that are over Obama. And whether people believe it or not, Obama is only going along with the plans of the elite because he does answer to the hierarchy over him, but he's only doing it as long as it fits his agenda, which is the Muslim agenda. We see what's going on from Egypt and how he's very concerned and how he's making threats over to the Egyptian military about how they are doing and what have you, because he wanted the regime that was in to be in control. And what does this president of this country really have to say about the people that stood up against their president in their country? That's not our job to police the world. We should be a light, and we should be helpful, but we don't sit up and throw out demands like that. That man was totally out of bounds, totally wrong for all the statements that I saw he made.
Well, and the fact that the people of Egypt saw what was happening and were the vital role to overthrowing that regime in Egypt, and the fact that Obama stood out into the world and told the world that it was wrong for the people of their country to stand up and take their freedom back, that should see if that doesn't tell everybody in America what his end goal is, I don't know what will. The fact is, that's not even our nation. He was telling the people.
Amen.
Telling the people of an entirely different nation that they were wrong for standing up for freedom, for standing up for their rights. And I've heard a lot of people say that America needs to walk like an Egyptian, and that's a nice catchphrase and all. But the fact of the matter is we've got to raise the bar. I am very proud of those people in Egypt for standing up against, Obama's, the regime that Obama supported over there. But the fact of the matter is that we've got to raise the bar because we were the bar, and now somebody stepped over it. So now somebody somebody has trumped the American spirit and made us look like chumps. And I, for one, and there are, we've got. In just weeks, have got over 10,000 people, and it's growing faster every day as people spread the word. But that's 10,000 people, and they had millions of people in Egypt that mobilized. Their mobilizing skills are incredible.
They weren't, but Jim, they weren't the first. Iceland stood up against their government and took all the governments out of office and took all of the bankers out of their offices and what have you, and gave all the people their homes, and now they're prosecuting them. So we are the suckers. And that's the shameful part, because we are allowing all of this to go on like we're owed something. So, okay, give them the information that they need to contact you and what have you, so that, we can keep this movement moving forward.
They can go to Facebook and just search there's a search bar within Facebook at the top, and just search for Overpasses for Obama's Impeachment. Generally, just typing in Overpasses will bring it up. We've also got a website that is in construction right now. It's coming along at a very fast pace. It's overpassesforobamasimpeachment.org. And they can find us there. They can find us on Facebook. Currently our biggest presence right now is on Facebook. They can meet and interact with people. They can get, the locations of their state group where they can get involved locally. And the goal is for the nation as a whole to rise up so that all of their representatives in Washington, D.C. realize that the entire nation is standing together, and we demand that President Obama be removed. And to that end, in the meantime, between your protests, between going to that, I would have to urge people to call Congress, because not all of them want Obama in power. And all of them are susceptible to pressure from their voters, and call them and urge them to support House Resolution 36, and inform them that if you do not support House Resolution 36, that you will vote against them, because that is what it will take to get the Benghazi independent hearings going. And if we crack that nut open, the entire house of cards that Obama has put together will fall apart.
Yes, and people aren't facing that fact. That is a very valid point. Once again, tell them how they can reach you.
It's Overpasses for Obama's Impeachment on Facebook, or Overpasses for Obama's Impeachment.org.
All right. Jim?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We thank you for joining us, my brother, and we understand that you've got to get out of here and what have you. We thank you for the information, and you continue to feed me the information that you feel is relevant, and I'll continue to feed it to the people.
I thank you very much for that. Between people like you and everybody else out there, this word is spreading faster and faster all the time, and I can't thank you enough. I cannot thank you enough for helping us in this and helping to try to free America.
Look, it's my duty, Jim, and we thank you for being in place doing what you're doing as well. And our prayers are with you, and we know that we'll get through this thing together.
Together is the key. We will get through this together.
All right. God bless you, my brother. Peace to your homes. We look forward to hearing from you again, okay?
Thank you. God bless you, too.
All right. And God bless America. That's right. All right, my brothers and sisters, let's take our commercial break, and we'll be right back. You are listening to the Sound Doctrine Ministries Tuesday afternoon fellowship program.
Please learn more about Freedomizer Radio by going to freedomizerradio.com and also Facebook us right at freedomizerradio.com. Catch you there.